Good morning, all of you. Uh, Up to last class, we completed concept of the geometrical isomerism. Okay, next in this class, let us discuss the calculation of the geometrical isomers. Okay, calculation of geometrical isomers. That means here, if there is a one double bond that exists in a cis and trans isomers. That means here for the one double bond we have a two geometrical isomers. Okay, let's see in this case CH3 CH double bond CH CH3. For this one we can see cis butene and trans 2 butene that exist in a two forms. But here in this case, if molecule has more than one double bond, that has a how many geometrical isomers? That calculation we will discuss in this class. Okay, that's it. Now here, for this one, two geometrical isomers are exist. Now CH3CH double bond CH2. For this one, zero geometrical isomers. Because on this carbon there are the two similar groups, there is no existence of the geometrical isomerism, so zero number. Here in this case that exists in cis and trans forms. Now here, if more than one double bond, that depends on the structure of the that polyene, we can calculate the geometrical isomers. Here in this case, when molecule is unsymmetrical, molecule, that means here for this time, unsymmetrical molecule means here that molecule cannot be cut into two equal halves. Okay, if molecule can be cut into two equal halves, that is a symmetric molecule. Okay, for suppose here this duster, okay, to be seen is a very black, very ugly duster. This is okay. So here in this case, if this one can be cut into two equal halves, it is a symmetric one. Either this direction or this direction, it can be cut into two equal halves exactly. So this duster is a symmetric. Okay, the duster is a symmetric. Okay, or in this case here, this water bottle is also S. Here in this direction is symmetrical, but in this direction is not a symmetrical. Okay, or suppose if you cut in this direction, it can be divided into exactly two equal halves in vertical plane. But if you take that like this, okay, if it is a plane, this one can be cut into two equal halves. Sorry, if this bottle can be cut in this direction, there are no equal halves on both sides different. So here in this direction, we can get the unequal halves. Okay, not equal halves. That's it. So here, when molecule is unsymmetrical, the number of geometrical isomers are the 2 power of n. N is not the number of double bonds. The main point here, n is not number of double bonds. N is number of stereogenic centers across which geometrical isomerism possible. Okay, number of stereogenic centers across which geometrical isomerism possible. Okay, that is when molecule is unsymmetrical. Okay, when molecule is unsymmetrical. Okay, when molecule is symmetrical. Okay, when molecule is symmetrical, in this case there are two cases. When n is even, the number of geometrical isomers are the 2 power of n minus 1 plus 2 power of n by 2 minus 1. And if n is odd, number of geometrical isomers equals 2 power of n minus 1 plus 2 power of n minus 1 by 2. Because n is odd, that cannot be divided by the 2. That's why we have to subtract 1. So n minus 1, that means odd number minus 1, it becomes even. The even number can be divided by 2. Okay, so these are the formulas. Now here, let's see this one. First example. Okay, here first one. CH3, CH double bond CH, double bond CH, bond CH2, CH3. Okay, this is the unsymmetric. Cannot be cut into two equal halves. For suppose here we can see that means here in this case second one CH3CH double bond CH double bond CH bond CH3. This is symmetric. Can be cut into equal halves. Okay, this one, two parts equal. So this is a symmetric one. This is unsymmetric one. In this case, number of stereogenic centers are the 2. So n equals to 2. So 2 power of 2 equals to 4 geometrical isomers. 4 geometrical isomers in this case. Now here in this case, n symmetric molecule, that is a symmetric molecule. So and n is 2, that means even number. So geometrical isomers equals to 2 power of 2 minus 1 plus 2 power of 2 minus 1. So here in this case 2 power of 1 plus 2 power of 0, that equals to 3. Okay, the 2 by 2, 1, 1 minus 1, 0, 2 power of 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so number of geometrical isomers are 3. Why this difference? If molecule has symmetry, that has a 3 geometrical isomers with 2 double bonds. If molecule is unsymmetrical with 2 double bonds, 4 geometrical isomers are exist. Okay, here one isomer is gone to where? Okay, an isomer gone to where? Just here 4 isomers, here 3 isomers. One isomer is less. What about that isomer? Okay, here in this case, here you can see this one is a trans, this one is a cis. Okay, ethyl, this ethyl. Here cis, here trans, second isomer, that is. Next, ethyl. Cis, cis. Here trans, trans. Okay, trans and so 4 are the geometric isomers. Okay, now here in this case, here see this case. Here again I am writing like this: ethyl, ethyl, ethyl. This one. Okay, see this one. It is a cis. It is a cis. It is trans and it is trans. Right? Here because this is the hydrogen. This is the hydrogen. Opposite hydrogen, hydrogen. Opposite. Here hydrogen. This hydrogen cis. This hydrogen and this hydrogen. Both cis. Okay, that's it. Now here, in this case, it is trans. It is cis. Now it is cis. It is trans. Here in this case, this cis trans and trans cis are different, but in this case, these two are same. These two are the same. Why these two are the same? Here in this case, why these are the different? Here, if you give the number, that means naming. Here in this case, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Because from this side, double bond position 2, 4. That means 2 trans, 4 cis. 2 trans, 4 cis. Here in this case, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Because always we have to start the numbering from this side, because double bond carbon gets number 2. If you start from this side, 1, 2, 3. So different locates, different numbers. So here in this case, 2 cis, 4 trans. 2 cis, 4 trans. 2 trans, 4 cis. Okay? 2 cis, 4 trans. 2 trans, 4 cis. These two are different. On the second double bond trans, you are on the second double bond cis. Here fourth one, that means on the fourth carbon double bond has cis configuration, here trans configuration. And next one. Here in this case, trans cis is the trans. These two are equal. Why these two are equal and why these are not equal? Okay, because second double bond has, second one has a trans, the second one has a cis, second one has a cis, fourth one has a cis, and here in this case that is trans. Now in this case, we can start the numbering from either side, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That means 2, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 4. From either side double bond position 2, 4. So in this case, we have to give the numbering from double bonded side which has a cis configuration. It's a very, very important point. Okay. And A side A cis kada. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here we have to start the numbering from the cis configuration double bond. Okay, but in this case, your position is different. If you start from this side 2, 4, if you start from this side 3, 4, so different numbers. So always we have to start the numbering for the double bonds in order to get the minimum number. But in this case, we can start from either side. From either side, double bond position 2, 4. But your trans and cis configuration is different. So always we have to start from the cis double bond. Okay, cis double bond. For example, in nomenclature, this is a bromine and this is a chlorine. If you start from this side 2, 4, if you start from this side 2, 4. In this case, we have to start the numbering from the one side in the direction the substituent which comes first in alphabetical order should get the least number. Okay, so bromine side is start చేస్తాం because B comes first. అలాగే cis trans లో C comes first than the T. That's why how to start the numbering from the that means cis double bond side. So here 1, 2. In this case again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That means 2 cis 4 trans. Here 2 cis 4 trans. 2 cis 4 trans. Here 2 cis 4 trans. So these two are the same. That's why we have the only 3 isomers. Okay, that's it. When and similarly, okay, I hope I think you understood this one. Okay. Yeah. Next, for suppose CH3CH double bond CH, bond CH double bond CH, bond CH double bond CH, bond CH3. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Here it can be cut into two equal halves. Here 1, 2, 3. So n equals to 3. N equals to 3. That means geometrical isomers equals to 2 power of, you have to use this formula 3 minus 1 plus 2 power of 3 minus 1 by 2. Okay, here 2 power of 2 plus, okay, 2 power of 2 plus, here 3 minus 1, 2, 2 by 2, 1, that's equals to 6. 6 geometrical isomers. Okay. Here, for suppose, if molecule is unsymmetric, that means CH3CH, double bond CH, bond CH, double bond CH, bond CH, double bond CH, or suppose Cl it is. It is a method, so it is unsymmetric, cannot be cut into two equal halves. So here n equals to 3, that means 2 power of 3. Why? Because it is unsymmetric molecule. 2 power of 3, 8. But in this case, when molecule is symmetrical, there are the 3 double bonds. Here we have a 6 isomers. That means here 2 isomers are equal. Okay, like this case, here also some are cancelled, some are equal. That's why here we will get the less number of this case. When molecule is symmetric, numbers decrease. Okay, number of geometrical isomers decrease. With unsymmetric molecule, 2 power of 3, 8. Okay, that's it. Okay, so write down system. Let us discuss some more examples. Yeah, here let us discuss some more examples. Okay, geometrical isomers. Here in this case, this chlorine bromine is unsymmetric molecule, cannot be cut into two equal halves. So here double bond, here double bond. So here n equals to 2. That means 2 power of 2, 4. Here this is a symmetric molecule. Can be cut into equal halves. Symmetric molecule. Here chlorine, here chlorine. N equals to 2, even. So geometrical isomers are the 3. Okay. Next term. Here in this case unsymmetric molecule, because CH3CH double bond CH double bond NOH unsymmetrical molecule, N is equals to 2, so 2 power of 2, 4. Okay, when N is unsymmetrical, number of geometrical isomers 2 power of 2 equals to 4. Here in this case, yes, you can see in this case, this example is a somewhat different example. Here in this case, what is the N value? For this one, N value is only 1. Why? Because this is not the stereogenic center to produce the different geometrical isomers. About this center, this is the alene derivative type of compound. About this one, geometrical isomerism not possible. So that's why here only one stereogenic center to produce a cis and trans isomer. So n equals to 1. It means 2 power of 1 equals to 2 geometrical isomers. Okay, 2 geometrical isomers important this. Okay, na? About this one, no geometrical isomerism. Just you have to consider this double bond. Now coming to this one, if there are the 3 double bonds continuously present, it is a planar. So here, about this one geometrical isomerism possible, about this one geometrical isomerism possible. So then here the point is, what is the n value? One double bond, that means one stereogenic center, n equals to 1. Here 1, 2, 3, not n equals to 4. Here n equals to n not equals to 4. Here n equals to just 2, because this is the one stereogenic center and this is also one stereogenic center. About this one cis trans isomers possible. About this one cis trans isomers possible. Just that's why while I am giving the formula where n equals to the number of stereocenter across which geometrical isomerism possible. Okay, not number of double bonds. So here across which geometrical isomerism possible. So here n equals to 1, here n equals to 1, or n equals to 2, here unsymmetrical molecule 2 power of 2, 4. That's it. Okay. Now double bond, double bond, double bond. Here n equals to 2. Why? Because about this double bond, geometrical isomerism is not exist. Because this carbon has 2 similar groups. So here 1, 2, unsymmetrical molecule 4. Here in this case double bond, here n double bond, n. There is unsymmetrical molecule. Here n equals to 3. So 2 power of 3, 8 isomers. 8 isomers. Okay. Cis, syn, cis. Okay, and trans, anti, trans, cis, syn, trans, okay, anti, cis, like that. You will get the 8 isomers. Okay, there is a calculation of the geometrical isomers in acyclic alkenes. Okay. Okay, next you can see here. Let us discuss calculation of the geometric isomers in cycloalkanes. Okay, just we have completed calculation of the geometric isomers in acyclic alkenes. Here geometric isomers in cycloalkanes. Okay, isomers of dimethyl cyclohexane. Here including structural and geometric isomers. So how to calculate the isomers for the dimethyl cyclohexane? This dimethyl cyclohexane, it is 1,1 dimethyl cyclohexane, and next this one 1,2 dimethyl cyclohexane. This 1,2 dimethyl cyclohexane maybe exist in cis form and trans form. Okay, that's it. Cis form or trans form. And next 1,3 dimethyl cyclohexane. 1,3 dimethyl cyclohexane. Above the plane and here above the plane, plus above the plane, here below the plane. Next here 1,4, that 1,4 exists in both cis form and trans form. Okay, that's it. So total isomers including structural and geometrical. Total isomers including structural and geometrical. Here 1,1 dimethyl, 1,2 dimethyl, 1,3 dimethyl, 1,4 dimethyl. These are the structural isomers. But here each one exists in 2 forms. That means here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 total isomers including structural and geometrical. Including structural and geometrical. 7. Okay, you should not calculate again these because this one exists in either cis form or trans form, either this stereoisomer or this stereoisomer. Okay, so totally 7 isomers including structural and geometry. Okay, and in optical isomerism we will discuss again. Optical isomers are also possible. Okay, that is later. That's it. Okay. So here 1,2 exists in a cis-trans, 1,3 exists in a cis-trans, 1,4 exists in a cis-trans. So only for 1,2 dimethyl cyclohexane we have a two isomers, two geometrical isomers. That means here, this is can be considered as a one stereogenic center. This can be considered as a one stereogenic center, and this can be considered as a one stereogenic center. Why? Because here in this case, you see this one. This one is a CH3. That CH double bond CH bond CH3. Total geometrical isomers for this compound. Here, how many stereogenic centers are present? Here, this molecule is an unsymmetrical molecule, cannot be cut into two equal halves. So here, this is one stereogenic center, this is one stereogenic center to produce a geometric isomer. So here, 2 power of 2 equals to 4. 2 power of 2 equals to 4. It means here in this case, we can take like this here. This is the alkyl group, this is alkyl group. An alkyl group, let us say some alkyl group. So it can be exist in a cis form or it can be exist in a trans form. Or this is orders. And about this double bond, geometrical isomers possible. So that's why that is also considered as a one stereogenic center. So totally 2. Okay, that's it. So next, here CH2, sorry, CH double bond CH2. Here CH double bond CH, bond CH, double bond CH. About this one, no geometrical isomerism because of the similar hydrogens. Here no geometrical isomerism because of the similar hydrogens. There is geometrical isomerism, there is geometrical isomerism. And equals to 2. So 2 power of 2, 4 geometrical isomers. Or suppose I am taking like this here. The CH double bond CH, bond CH3, the CH double bond CH, bond CH2, CH3. About this one possible, about this one possible. Now about this 1, 3. Let us say this is of the alkyl groups. So here like this is the R, this is the RS. A cis trans possible. That's why how to consider this one as a one stereogenic center. So here n equals to 3, that means 2 power of 3, 8 isomers. Again unsymmetrical molecule it is 8 isomers. Okay. And next here one more example. Okay, you can see one more example. Here CH3CH double bond CH, the CH double bond CH and C2H5. Here 1, 2 and this one also same like 1, 4, like 1, 4. That means here consider this one as a like this. This is the one alkyl group and this is the one alkyl. Here we can get the cis trans isomers. That's why we have to take this one as a one stereogenic center. Here n equals to 3. So 2 power of 3, 8 geometrical isomers because here ethyl, here methyl, this molecule is an unsymmetrical molecule. Okay, unsymmetrical molecule. For suppose here CH3CH double bond CH, CH double bond CH, bond CH3. Here n equals to 3. N equals to 3. But the molecule is symmetric molecule. Here on both sides same, equal halves, it can be cut. So n equals to 3. So we have to use the formula that is 2 power of 3 minus 1 plus 2 power of 3 minus 1 by 2. That means 6 isomers. Okay, for this one 6, for this one 8 isomers. Okay, that's it. So write down this one. Yeah, here you can see some more examples. Okay, this one here in this case CH3CH double bond NOH, one stereogenic center, this is the one stereogenic center. So 2 power of 2, 4 unsymmetric molecule. Now this one just one stereogenic center like 1,4 dialkyl cyclohexane, like 1,4 dialkyl cyclohexane. This one considered as an alkyl group, this one also considered as an alkyl group. So 1,4 dialkyl cyclohexane, 2 isomers just cis and trans, one stereogenic center. Now in this case here one stereogenic center, one double bond. So n equals to 2, that implies 2 power of 2. 4 geometrical isomers. Okay, 4 geometrical isomers. Because yeah, this double bond must not be counted. This double bond must not be counted. In cycloalkenes up to 7-member ring, geometrical isomerism across double bond is not possible. Okay, up to 7-member ring, geometrical isomerism is not possible. Okay, that's it. Next one. Here in this case, one stereogenic center, second one, and here this can be counted because that is a 10 carbons. Okay, that has a 10 carbons. 10 carbons means in larger ring alkenes across the double bond geometrical isomerism is possible. Okay, but here up to 7-member ring across the double bond in cyclic alkenes geometrical isomerism is not possible. Okay, that is discussed in a previous video. Okay, here in this case, geometrical isomerism is about this one possible. Okay, so one stereogenic center, second one, third one. So n equals to 3. That means 2 power of 3, 8. 2 power of 3, 8. Next, in this case again, this cyclooctene, this double bond exhibit geometrical isomerism systems, this cyclooctene, transcyclooctene, and about this one geometrical isomerism possible. So here n equals to 2, that implies 2 power of 2 equals to 4. 4 geometrical isomers. Okay, it is a cis, 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 trans, trans, trans. Okay, trans, cis. Totally 4 geometrical isomers. Okay, now coming to this one. 135 trichlorocyclohexane or 135 trimethyl cyclohexane or 135 trimethyl cyclohexane. What are the substituents here? Okay, what are the substituents? This structure for this one has a only 2 geometrical isomers exist. Okay, different one. This one you can see here in this case all are in cis position. All are in cis position. All are in cis position. Now here above the plane, below the plane, here above the plane. These two are cis position, these two are trans position, these two are trans position. All in trans position is not possible for this one. If you write this one like this, or chlorine, chlorine, this one. In this case, these two are the trans, these two are the trans, these two are the cis. That means 2 trans, 1 is cis. The 2 trans, 1 is same. So that's it. Or suppose all below the plane. Okay, all below the plane. Chlorine, 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 cis, 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 cis. That means same. These two are the same. Or we can write like this one also. I think you may get the doubt. Below the plane, this one. These two cis, trans, trans. That means 2 are trans, 1 is cis. 2 are trans, 1 is cis. So it has only 2 geometrical isomers. Okay, it has only 2 geometrical isomers. Next, in this case, 1,2,4 trimethyl cyclohexane. 1,2,4 trimethyl cyclohexane. It is an unsymmetric. Okay, it is a unsymmetric. Here in this case, let us check. Let us check the isomers. This is above the plane, this is above the plane, this is above the plane. Now, this yes. Let us write below the plane. This is above the plane, this is above the plane. Okay. Now, below the plane, this is above the plane. If this one also below the plane, cis also. That is equals to this one, cis and here cis, these two are cis. Now here, These two are trans, these two are cis. These two are cis, these two are trans. Now next one is trans and trans. Above the plane, below the plane, below the plane. The trans, trans. Completely different here. Completely different. A cis, these two are cis. Trans, these two are cis. These two cis, these two are trans. These two trans, these two trans. Okay. Here in this case, these two are different. Huh? Why? Because we have to start the numbering always from this position. Okay. We have to start the numbering from this position. 1, 2, 4. Here 1, 2 trans. Here 1, 2 cis. Okay. Here 2, 4 cis. 2, 4 trans. Different. So 4 geometrical isomers for this. Okay. So like that, we can write the geometrical isomers for this compound. Okay, for this compound, we can write the geometrical isomers. Now this is decalene. This is decalene. There is a hydrogen, there is a hydrogen. If these two hydrogens above the plane, this is cis decalene. Cis decalene. If those two hydrogens opposite, that is trans decalene. Okay, na? That's it. Cis decalene, trans decalene. So calculate the geometrical isomers of this 1, 2, 3, 4 tetrachloro cyclobutane and calculate the isomers of C5H10, both structural and geometrical isomers, both cyclic and acyclic. We should calculate. Okay, and next, finally, this compound you can see are OH, OH, OH. Here OH, here OH, here OH. This compound has how many geometrical isomers? Number of geometrical isomers calculate for this one. Again, I will discuss at the optical isomerism about this. Okay, na? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hexa diol, cyclohexane hexa diol. What is the number of geometrical isomers for this? Okay, calculate that one. Okay, so that is about the calculation of the geometrical isomers in cyclic and acyclic compounds. Okay, that's it. So write down. Thank you. Yeah. Here, let us discuss the last concept of the geometrical isomerism. Okay. So this is the physical properties of the geometrical isomers. We know that isomers have the different physical and chemical properties. Okay. So here, let us discuss what are the different, what are those different physical properties of geometrical isomers. Okay, cis and trans. Here you can see it is cis 2-butene, cis 1, 2 dichloroethene is a malic acid cis isomer. It is a trans isomer, fumaric acid. It is a trans 1, 2 dichloroethene, a trans 2-butene. Okay. Here in this case, the groups which are attached to the double bond are same: methyl, methyl, chlorine, chlorine, and COH, COH. The same. So in this case, sp2 carbon, sp3 carbon. sp2 carbon more electronegative, so its direction like this. Bond moment polarity. Here also direction towards sp2 carbon. Here in this case, towards sp2 carbon, towards sp2 carbon. That means the bond moment is opposite in direction. So here, bond moment, that means dipole moment has a specific direction, has a specific magnitude. With more electronic difference here, there is separation of the charges. There is a more negative charge. There is a more positive charge. That means dipole moment increases. For suppose HF and HI. Here in this case, fluorine has a more negative charge, this one more positive charge because of the more electronegativity difference. As a result, this one has a higher the dipole moment. Here in this case, the moment of the electrons towards in a one direction, and this one has some magnitude is developed on positive charge and negative charge, both are developed. Here in this case, less magnitude of the negative charge, less magnitude of the positive charge because less electronegativity difference. Of course, direction of the electrons towards iodine. Okay. So here, dipole moment has a specific direction, specific magnitude. So for polyatomic molecules, we can take the sum of all individual dipole moments. So here in this case, if we add these two dipole moments opposite direction, so cancel each other. So its dipole moment value is 0. Okay, its dipole moment value 0. But in this case here, the direction in one way. Okay, both are in the same direction, so that magnitude is added. So here the dipole moment not equals to 0. For this chlorine, chlorine is the more electronegative towards itself, here towards itself, here towards chlorine, opposite direction, so cancel each other. And similarly, fumaric acid and maleic acid also. Now here, in this case, the dipole moment, first compound has a higher dipole moment for this example. Okay, first compound has a higher dipole moment. Next here, higher the dipole moment, higher the polarity. So first one greater than 2. Higher the polarity, higher the boiling point. Now higher the polarity, that is soluble in water. So first one is more soluble in water than the 2. Next, if coming to the melting point and stability, here second one has a higher melting point, second one has a higher stability, always. Like why? Because why the trans isomer has a higher melting point? So because the trans isomer has effective packing. Trans isomer has a effective packing in solid state. There is a effective packing in solid state. That's why this trans isomer always has a higher melting point, irrespective of its polarity. Its polarity 0. It's non-polar. This one has some polarity. It is non-polar. It is a polar. Okay, na? Boiling points. That means polar compounds have the higher boiling point, but that melting point depends on the crystal packing. For the trans isomer, there is the effective crystal packing. Why? Because this trans isomer is more stable. Trans isomer is more stable. Why it is a more stable? Here this is a cis isomer. Okay, CH3 and CH3. Okay, this is the methyl, this is the methyl. Now I am writing this trans isomer. Here hydrogen. Here the repulsions between two bulky groups, here repulsion between one smaller and one larger. Here less repulsions between these two groups. Here more repulsions between the similar groups. So that's why here higher the extent of the repulsions when both groups, both bulky groups on the same side. So it is a less stable compound. That's why here in this case cis isomer less stable, trans isomer always more stable, mostly. Okay, that means here that more stable compound has an effective packing in the solid state. That's why a trans isomer has a higher the melting point. That's it. If coming to this one, here in this case, both groups are same. Same means here both have the same nature. Both groups have the same nature. Here in this case, you can see a CH3 and this carbon, sp2 carbon, here sp3 carbon. Which is the more electronegative? sp2 carbon more electronegative. So direction towards this one. But carbon chlorine is more electronegative. Chlorine is more electronegative. So here direction towards itself. Now in this case again towards sp2 carbon, here towards chlorine. That means here this is in the one direction. The direction of the both bond moments in the one direction. So here addition takes place. But in this case the direction is different. Here in this case one direction, here one bond direction like that. Okay, but not exactly opposite direction. Not exactly opposite direction. So in this case mu not equals to 0. In this case also mu not equals to 0. Because but here in this case Some is exactly added because the direction of the both bond moments in one direction exactly. So addition takes place. Here in this case, not exactly in the same direction, not exactly in the opposite direction. This one also has a dipole moment, some significant dipole moment, but not cancel each other. Okay, that's it. So here, the second compound trans has a higher dipole moment. Trans has a higher dipole moment. Of course, we know that the dipole moment inversely proportional to theta. The dipole moment inversely proportional to theta because mu equals to mu1 square plus mu2 square plus 2 mu1 mu2 cos theta. Okay, we discussed this one in a chemical bonding at the dipole moment. So in this case, it is a say mu1, it is a say mu2. So addition takes place here. Theta is 180. Sorry, theta is 0 degree. So higher the dipole moment. So lesser the angle, higher the dipole moment. Here in this case, angle is, I think here 90 degrees. Okay, I think it is a 90 degrees angle. Okay, yes, 90 degrees mostly. So that means it has a less dipole moment. Higher the bond angle, higher the angle, less dipole moment. Okay, that's it. So 2 has a higher dipole. Then boiling point. 2 has a higher boiling point. 2 has a higher polarity, and 2 is more soluble in polar water compound because water solvent. It is a more polar compound. And melting point, trans has a higher melting point. Stability, trans has a higher melting point and stability. And all these properties for the trans. But in this case, it is different when similar groups are attached. Okay, that's it. Okay, for suppose, if you take this is the chlorine, this is the chlorine, this is the hydrogen, this is the hydrogen. Your mu not equals to 0 for that one, chlorine and your bromine. This hydrogen, this. Here in this case, chlorine direction towards bromine. Here also mu not equals to 0. Here mu1, mu2. But in this case, mu1 has higher value than the mu2 because opposite direction, some extent of the bond moment cancel because these two bonding atoms are not same, so not exactly same magnitude. So some amount of some significant dipole moment is there, even that is trans. Here for this one, even though here is of course towards chlorine, towards bromine. Here addition takes place in one direction. That's why addition takes place. So mu1 not equals to 0, mu2 not equals to 0. But mu1 has higher value than the. Okay. So for this one also we can compare. That's it. Okay. That depends on the direction. Okay. That depends on the direction of the electrons towards more electronegative. Okay. Here in this case here towards carbon, here towards chlorine. But in this case here towards double bonded carbon, towards double bonded carbon, or towards group, towards group. Here nature of the groups different. This one attracting, this one attracting. This one releasing, this one releasing. But in this case, this one is releasing, this method is releasing, losing electrons towards sp2 carbon. This chlorine attract the electrons towards itself from the sp2 carbon. So based on the nature of the groups which are attached to the double bond, we can assume which one has a higher dipole. Okay, that's it. That is about the properties of the geometric isomers. So totally that is about the geometric isomers. Okay, in next class we will start the optical isomers. That's it. Thank you.